Alright, what's up everybody? It's me, SoloSupreme, and welcome back to a little bit more Crusader Kings 3 Royal Court. Past couple days, I put in a bit more time in Royal Court, see how it is after like my first initial hours of like that earlier video I did. I decided to like stick around, see like where this campaign was going to take me, and play a little bit more into the experience from Royal Court. So as of right now, if I just hop over into my court, my court grandeur is like pretty much capped out right now. Um, and really, well, let's get to the main part. So my core grandeur is level 10, but that's also expected of me right now, as you can tell by this little banner thing. This banner is pretty much dictates where your grandeur level should be. So early on, it'll usually be around here, like around 1 or 2. But then, like as you get bigger and more expansive, people are going to expect more from you. And at the moment, I found like a pretty good baseline for my entire court grandeur. Where when it comes to the court amenities, I basically went mid-range or decent fashion, food, and subservience while keeping grand lodgings high, just because I want to get like this bonus of completed inspiration quality has a good chance for improvement and a little bit less stress. But it's again one of those things where it's probably better to like turn it down, regardless, because this thing is ridiculously like as you get bigger, it gets more and more expensive. This is costing me 40 gold a month. So if I didn't have any of these on right now, I would be making 58 gold monthly income. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie about that. But seeing as how my core grandeur is kind of like low on the amenity side, I do have like a ton of crap I picked up along the way, which helps boost my grandeur bonus. Um, and honestly, I've been liking some of this like stuff I picked up along the way, though I haven't really found anything super crazy yet. I did manage to get the throne of Charlemagne due to at one point earlier I inherited the Holy Roman Empire through a faction, and I got this in the Reichscrown, but believe it or not, I had a faction started against me to put someone else on the throne, and they, sent me their demands. I said, screw it, you could be emperor. I don't care. They took the crown, but I was allowed to keep the throne of Charlemagne, which I thought was a decent trade off. So all's well in the end. And speaking of the Holy Roman Empire, don't ask what happened. Just know that it still exists within me. So I went on a little bit of an adventure around here when I was still Bohemia. But let's also get to the nitty gritty. I changed my culture. I did like I hybridization rised that, if that's a word, my culture 3 times. First, I did it with Bavaria. I was like, okay. And more recently, I did it with Poland. And main reason is because I actually think Poland has a really, really good setup for their culture. Like, for example, the main thing I gained from Poland was xenophilic, which gives 25% like cultural acceptance gain. But if you look on my right here, the Polish Bavaro Czech culture, I gained a little bit of like Bavarian, Poland, and Czech all together. So we got this from Bavaria. I remember Stand and Fight and Hereditary Hierarchy. Industrious was from Czech. Strong Believer, I think that was Bavarian. I have no, yeah, that was Bavarian. And Xenophilic, I got them from Poland. I got rid of the original Czech one. Was it Life is Just a Joke? Because as as decent as it is, where it's like, as you can see, gregarious, content, cynical, and fickle traits give you increased opinion towards characters of the same culture. And if you get someone declared war on, you lose stress. Um, I thought like all these other things were better, like strong believers, xenophilic, plus 25% cultural acceptance, and then cultural blending, which means I get a reduced cost for creating a hybrid culture, and I can use the learn language scheme more often. Basically, I added that to check. I reformed check into adding this just because I was trying to do like more language schemes, and wow, I finagled with all this other stuff. And then Mountaineer Ruralism, this was originally checked, but I have a feeling that when I hybridize my culture again with somebody else, and well, when my culture gets old enough, probably get rid of that and swap it out for other things. But honestly, this new system, I really like it. It's fun. Oh wow, I just noticed it. Form from preferred check hold in 11:59. Wow, that's where you find the time at. I was always wondering. I was like, oh, if I had to just wait to see when this would just be not grayed out. But as you can see here, I get like a ton of cultural acceptance. And with that boosted cultural acceptance, that means people in the empire are just gonna be more inclined to like each other more. As you can see, my Bavarian culture is at 72%. Czech is at 94. Bavaro Czech, my old culture is at 100. Polish 100, Pomeranian 79. Like everyone around me is starting to like me more, and this is like on a yearly basis. Plus the fact that you can also send your court steward to promote cultural acceptance means in a few years, like in a few decades, everyone around me will like me a lot, and maybe I'll do this is because achievement. So that's on the way. But let's talk about where is it? Yeah, here are the core positions. Now, the core positions, I find that the gold rate is reasonable for some, but I think this should be changed. I don't think it should be based off of like both rank and like the date. I think it should be based off of aptitude on like the amount of wages you pay them. For example, if it said, oh, if I wanted someone excellent aptitude, it would cost me one gold a month to hire the court physician, sure. But having someone like average and excellent cost the same is kind of like silly to me. I wish it was like solely based mainly on like the aptitude here. For example, like if I decide to swap her out from like this good one, and we're seeing a bug where if I click on this, it won't work. But if I click down here, boom, it works now. They still get paid the same. It's just, I just find that kind of just weird. It should, honestly, I think it would be better for aptitude because all these freaking positions, like, since it scales up based off your realm size, it's kind of like expensive as all hell to do this. Let's see. Like, look at this enormous realm size. What would he care about this? Like, oh my liege, you have all this land. Can't you pay me more? Yeah, I could pay you more with the back of my hand. I'll get to work. That's how my response would be if someone was like, well, you got all this land out here. You should be paying me more salary. And as far as I know, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the main wage increase in like the Middle Ages happen during like post the Black Death because there was a huge shortage of labor, like skilled labor at least. So many of the peasants were able to negotiate higher wages because the nobility didn't have any other option. So yeah, it's like the master of the horse costs more than the master of the hunt, even though he's been working for like 8 more years. And this dude's been like, oh no, not 8 more years. He's been working 4 more years. So guy, master of the horse, works less time. He gets paid more. But he deals with the knights. But this dude also helps me out with hunting. And the court musician costs the same as the master of the hunt. And my bodyguard, well, the bodyguard is understandable. I would say, if anything, maybe the bodyguard should be paid more because I think that's like a symbol of prestige. Same thing with the personal champion, even though this one's more of a vanity thing, whatnot. The executioner, only every time I ever get a chance to get an executioner is if I find somebody in prison and I recruit them, and I'm like, well, you know, you've been locked up. Would you like to be executioner? He'd be like, sure, why not, my liege? Even though I tried to murder you a few years ago, I'll be your executioner. And then the artificer, this one, it's like, I don't even think there's really a point to the artificer. Like, it's like has a chance to become inspired again. I'm guessing, like, say if you find someone that's like a master or something, you could keep them in here. Like, so if they do get inspired again, they'll have a chance of making you something. So honestly, I could get rid of like 2 of these people and make 3 gold back, because it's still expensive to do this. And then a little fun one is a cultural emissary, who actually I find is fairly useful for, especially for the price point. Like, you get a little bit of opinion bonus, a little bit more prestige, and then different cultural opinion plus 15. Honestly, and her aptitude is good. So to me, she actually has more of a use than like at least half the court that costs like an arm and a leg. Like the seneschal, control growth increase. I really don't need a seneschal because control growth is usually fine. And court jester, they're also useful just because they do give you the stress relieving events, which I did get a couple of earlier, but you know, my last court jester died, so we're gonna leave it at that. And I would like to mention one thing I found amazing: jihads. Like, the AI actually calls jihads now. Unfortunately, I didn't record when I did get there was a jihad. The Fatimids declared a jihad for the rest of Egypt after I was eating them up over here. And yeah, I was surprised at that. The jihad actually works. Like, the AI actually uses it now. Whereas before, the only time I would see a jihad was when I played as the Muslims. But if I think the only evidence I could find that proves that it happened was this: the mujahid, the mujahid, yeah, holy warrior. Just call them the Muslim holy warriors. The mujahideen over here. So this is like the only evidence I can show you that they actually did happen. Because this only pops up if they actually fight. It's the same thing as the Crusader trait. So yeah, these guys who have been in my prison for 4 years. So yeah, the last jihad against me was 4 years ago. So yeah, that's the same. That something cool is over here now. This makes this area, like the Muslim area, more dynamic. Though, funnily enough, the holy war is where it threatens. Oh, if you declare war on, say, like, oh dang, I don't border no more Muslims. Oh well, here. If I declare holy war, it says nearby rulers may join. This still doesn't work. So I mean, you know, they still win their step in the right direction where like the jihads work, but the holy wars, yeah, it needs a little bit more time in the oven. Speaking of, I might Sultan of Sumara might take over here Cairo, give me all that money in a little bit. But so far so good with my court. Honestly, it's been kind of crazy. The one thing I will say is that a lot of the court events, or at least I should say a lot, let's say about a quarter of the court events I've had the like resulted in me either having to give out a lot of money or or like face the consequences. It's like, oh, you have to either pay them a lot of money and get nothing, or pay them some money and avoid like a terrible catastrophe in your realm. Nothing too crazy. Just like this war I'm about to do as a brief exercise in imperialism. Let's see. Let's get this up. But yeah, like, ooh, Royal Court made things a little bit more costly out here. Now I usually budget my wars. As you can see, like, I'm already I got a lot stocked up, so I'm not worried about this. This war is going to be relatively quick. But let's see. I got an inspiration. Oh yeah, the lady I invited over here. She wants to forge a goblet. So here, I'll send her some money because I want to like deck out my core and see if I can get some more cool stuff. Also, I'm gonna point this out. The AI so far, since this DLC is released, it's been weird. Look at this. This is what I. Oh my god, I didn't mean to raise up this many troops here. We can get rid of you. Here, I don't really need all you. You guys can go back home. But the AI actively does this, where it runs off, and oh, now they're actually gonna siege. But it's weird. They will like come back and forth. They do weird things. Like when I declared war for the Holy Roman Empire, it led to a weird situation where the Kaiser was already in a war, and he was running around here in like northern Italy trying to avoid my units from sieging him down. This is where his old capital used to be, and it was just funny to me. What the hell? Who? What? There will always be a need for true cousins with many aptitudes, a few prosper. I believe your son, Khalid, a better life with serving the Knights Templar. Okay, this is a new event. How come every time I'm doing one of these videos, something new like this happens? I never had like any of these grandmasters, unless this is old and it's super rare. I never had a grandmaster of any of the holy orders ask me for like a child. I've always had the other way around where once they turn 16 or something, they will request to join them, and I was like, sure, why not? Have at you. I gained prestige for now. Or I could give them my other son. You want my 12-year-old boy? What about his big brother? Sure. You know what? He can go. Bye, boy. You're now part of the. You're now part of the Knights Templar. Father, where are you sending me? Wait. What? Wait. He's a holy order member. Do not tell me he's actually fighting, because why the hell is he wearing this armor like this? Well, I think I sent my 12-year-old boy to possibly go die in the Holy Lands, but that is neither my issue nor my problem. So good luck, Godspeed, and God, we're gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that. But I think there should be a little bit of a tweak to like the gold. I think honestly it should probably be tapered off a little bit, or at least capped, because as far as I know, like the court amenities and all this other stuff, the wages aren't capped, so the larger you get, the more exponentially expensive they get, and that's, to me, is kind of rinky-dink, because you could, in theory, you could be like an emperor of this size and be in constant debt. And oh, let me also mention that I think that's also a weird situation that's happening all around me. It's like this world is the most stable yet unstable place I've seen like in quite some time in this game. Look, like for example, look at Byzantium. Every time I look over here with like different rulers, they're in constant debt, and they have like a bit of faction issues because of that debt, and it leads to like this spiraling out of control. For example, they're losing a war against my cousin over here for an artifact claim war. Don't ask why I know that, just know that he asked me to join and I was like no, and so he's kind of pissy at me for not joining in his pointless war over here for what artifact I have no idea. But people are literally, where are they gonna die? They're gonna die for this. Are you serious? Like, imagine tens of thousands of people dying for this crappy armor that I think I gave away to somebody some time ago. Yeah, that war started 3 years ago. Same thing with the Persian Empire. Right now, this is like a period of minor stability, but it's not going to last. Like, it's already starting to begin with this cycle. And if you like look at their royal courts, you can see most of this place, it's like bare. There's not that many core artifacts over here. He's way below his grandeur expectations, but that's because every time a succession happened, I think he was installed by if I had to guess, faction demand. Let's see, title history. Yeah, look at this. Installed by faction demand. Installed by faction demand. It's been a cycle. So they lose all their gear that they start out with, and because of that, it leads to like the grandeur dipping, and because of that, it's below their expectations. And since it's below their expectations, people get pissed. As you can see, so since they're below their expectations, look at this. This court is 4 levels below its expectations. Minus 2.6 prestige, minus like 0.65 renown, minus 16 fellow vassal. Well, they don't gotta worry about that, but minus 16 vassal opinion, minus 16 independent ruler opinion, courtier, which leads to like an endless loop of you inherit, but you like have a crappy court, and now people hate you for having a crappy court, which I think is just again silly, because I think the grandeur expectations should not be this harsh. Like, if you have a crappy court but you're a powerful emperor, who's to say that you can say you're a pious emperor? Like, for example, like Charlemagne, he didn't have like he didn't have freaking the palace of Versailles. He basically had he was a humble like pious emperor, though, you know, we could doubt the humble part, especially during his crowning of emperor of the Romans, but that's a different story for a different day. This, I think, should be changed at the very least, because having below expectations shouldn't just mean everyone say, oh my god, you shouldn't be emperor, you're an idiot. And it's like, what if I don't want to have all this like money? What if I don't want to have an illustrious court? Well, guess what? The world wants you to, and because of you don't have anything, the world will hate you for it. And speaking of which, if we go down the claims, like this is all the claims that he has to artifacts. This is all the artifacts that used to be in this, like the Persian Empire's court and like in the house. So it's kind of scattered about, and all like, you know, Sultan of Khorasan, the Sultan, or the Emirate of, where is that? Transoxiana. Like, as you can see, all this used to decorate this court. Now he has nothing, and because he has nothing, everyone hates him for it. This is, it needs a little bit work, and it needs a little bit like tweaking. In the end. Speaking of tweaking, I am tweaking out because I forgot England owns this bit of the Duchy of Luxembourg. So I'm going to declare war on the King of England to get that back, because that is an abomination if I do say so myself. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just all about creating chaos right now. Declaring wars, you know, the usuals. Trying to clean up my empire a bit before I die. And oh wow, that was quick on making this goblet. Court grandeur bonus. So let's see. If I go here, my royal court. Oh wait, I already had like a fancier goblet. So here's another thing I find silly. All these items you can only give away. You can't like necessarily sell them. I wish you could sell them, but like I know, seeing how that would effectively break the balance of gold in this game, because if you can sell artifacts, I kid you not, you will no longer have any need or want for gold for all eternity in here, because the sheer amount of crap I have, the only way you can get rid of it is if you like sell it, and you could like reforge it to make it a pedestal item, which basically makes it immortal, but you can't like hold it or anything anymore. I really don't see like a good position, and since there's not enough space to put this, I don't know. I guess this is gonna remain in my thing. Honestly, this should have a button. The artifact details, or one of these, they should add a button or an option here to gift it, because in order to gift the artifact, you have to like say select the character, do gift artifact, and then you have to scroll down this list, specifically find the artifact you want. Like if I want to give my wife, here honey, you can have this florist door flexible mail. It's it breaks in about 10 years, so here, she'll accept it. They usually won't accept stuff like house banners because they can't use for, like there's no use for it. They have to specifically be part of House Arpod to like work. So if I could go give my wife, here, I found this crappy armor I got from someone at some time during a fight. You want it? And she'll be like, oh, honey, I do love me some crappy ass armor you found on the battlefield covered in like blood and guts. I'll take it. So yeah, I think that should be a little bit tweaked. The languages, let's see, what can I say about the languages? So my core language is Czechoslovakian. It just became a major court language. Only at one point Scotland did accept my language as the court language, but then something weird happened. I guess he just decided against it. Who was it? It was you, who is now the King of Wales, I believe. No, it wasn't. Where are you? Why? Oh, never mind. But yeah, there was like my court language over here. I think the only other court that has my language is Ruthenia. Is that it? Yeah, it's Ruthenia. I don't know why they're thinking about the Greeks. I actually might go over to well, the Byzantine emperor died of old age, and there is now a child on the throne. And well, we're about to see more fun over here. But I'm gonna go down there and probably kick them out because I do kind of want to sack Constantinople, because we go to the baby's court. They got crap in here I kind of want, like especially this. I kind of want to steal that for myself by sacking Constantinople, but it's neither here nor there. Or give me a Greek cabinet. They got some pretty nifty stuff in here, so who knows? Maybe I'll plunder Constantinople soon. But like eventually over time, I believe like my court language is gonna spread out more because I have the most prestigious court in all the land. I got court grandeur level 10. I'm ranked number 1 in the world, and yeah, so not really much of the way of anything crazy. Here, I'll sponsor your innovation. Just make me something cool. Trying to get some people to like come in and give me some armor. I want to give me some new cool armor or something like epic, like a +3 axe or some craziness like that. So I've been looking for people like this dude. You want to come to court? I'll pay for your expenses. Let me see. You're already in my court. I don't think you want to leave your master's court yet. How close are you? Oh, so wait a minute. I could probably sponsor her. Oh no, she's a lunatic, and I think I kicked her out actually. So never mind. So once this dude gets to my court, we should see an event where the English are gonna throw their lives away right now. Let's go up there. You guys are good. Okay. Sponsor you. Forge me a spear. If you actually give me something good, you will be respected in all my realms, sir. As I kill the English. So, yeah, as you can see, like the English are kind of like giving up on life. And well, you know, so far, you know, I should record a lot more often because every time I record this, pleasant happenstance always happens. And here's again the rebalance of dread. Now, don't get me wrong, dread before was also broken. But look at this. If I torture the King of England, you gain like 16 dread. And it's like they rebalance it where like people who are actually rulers and stuff give you dread. As opposed to say if I like where is someone who nobody like this dude. If I just kill him, it does nothing. But if I make it a public execution, all domain counties gain 6 control, but I gain no I gain no dread from it. But the people will be happy that I executed this random like ignorant man. But say, let me see, who's in power? The Duke of Mercia. I execute him. It costs me 100 piety, but I actually gain dread. So the game kind of now incentivizes me to like murder this man Like he did absolutely nothing wrong to me. He invaded my land, but he was forced by his king to do so. He's a drunkard. He's shy, a drunkard shy man, who he doesn't want to be here. But for the sake of spectacle, I'm going to execute him to get some dread. I'm going to torture the King of England to also get some dread. It cost me 100 piety, which, like, it's neither here nor there. So I'm going to torture the King of England for invading me. This dude, the guy of Cornwall, who's a seducer who likes eating muffins and whips himself for being a seducer. I can say, hey, give me 50 gold and you can leave. And you know what? I'll let him go because he's just having a rough day. That other guy I just murdered for, well, no reason whatsoever. I just murdered him. And I can make, if I dedicate this to her, this brutish giantess woman, she will become my lover. Or I could do it to my bodyguard, who will become my friend. Who do you think is worth more? Yeah, I'm gonna say my bodyguard because he's the one. He will carry me out of the crowd while saying, "And I will always." He said he always got to remember one of the rules: never fall in love. So there, I also gained a hook from the king of the king of Lotharingia. You're gonna pay me like my taxes again. Oh yeah. Well, I don't really care about the feudal levy. So he can also make him my march. Or is this changed? Why doesn't the something is up. Usually up at the top, it would show like the liege difference. But I guess because he doesn't pay me any taxes, that's probably why. But guess what, my boy? You are gonna be paying me taxes now. I got you back your land, so there. But also, I have to say that because of the balance changes, it does make me like want to negotiate contracts better. Like, for example, I want to focus more on taxes now. So if these guys don't want to give me that much soldiers, I already have like a crap ton of soldiers I can raise up already. So I'll say, hey, you pay me taxes. You don't have to limit me your levies. They'll be like, sure, fair enough. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not my problem. Who can my daughter marry? My daughter. Do you have any sons? You do. He has a club foot. Here. Oh. Oh, wait. No. Who's the more powerful one? Germany, who's now ruled by what? What the hell? Okay, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Are you single? No, you're not single. Oh yeah, Queen of Burgundy. Here, you guys can marry each other. There we go. All right, so yeah, apparently with my God, and I swear this event keeps coming up now. I think this game at this point they rebalance it where like the older you get, the more likely you want to die, because I don't know why my past couple rulers kept getting this. Let me communicate with the demon Jabberwockies. And all right, so honestly, yeah, this is like a quick little brief update of like my thoughts on here. Still, I enjoy like Royal Court. It does add more to like to do to this like game that doesn't require me to like constantly go around and destroying people's lives by conquest. Though, in all honesty, I have to like clean up the Holy Roman Empire's mess that it left for me. Good Lord, the mess that it left for me. But anyway, I think I'm gonna let these guys cool off a bit. And it's weird. This also, like, the monthly income thing fluctuates like weirdly. It'll eventually back up to its original score. Let me see. Yeah, I don't understand why this like fluctuates so wildly. I just took one county back, but now I'm slowly gaining back the roughly same amount of income. Here, I'll make them like me more. Oh yeah, so honestly, I think I just have to focus more on like building economic buildings around here, which I have, by the way, to like keep everything afloat. But again, this this is all quite the expensive undertaking. Like it's at least causing me to be a bit more frugal, because I used to like literally throw out cash left and right. Oh, and this is another event that I find silly with this inspiration. So time disappears to Katerina's weavery, drinking basically liquor, as we excitedly discuss the tapestry she is weaving for me. Am I imagining things, or is there an indescribable tension? The hour is growing late when my weaver puts down her thread, takes a deep quaff from her goblet, and smiles at me knowingly. Is she? I can't deny something stirs in me. My heart quickens, and I find myself holding her in my arms as she embraces me in return. What is happening? So I can make her my lover, and here's the thing, I have sex with her. So you know what? I'll just choose this, because normally I just go down this one. No, I can't. Adultery is a sin. And the main reason I do that is because you gain 25 piety and she just gets -10. I go, wait, how dare you? And she loses 20 opinion of me for 10 years. And the artifacts she produces will be of a lower quality. But if I do this, like, this doesn't make any sense. If I have sex with her, she gains more opinion of me, but then the artifact she produced is a lower quality. Why would I choose this one or this one when I get to choose this one? Or she gets a -10 opinion of me, and she's, again, my court artificer, this lady randomly in the court. Why? Like, I wouldn't care about her opinion. So if I just go like, no, adultery is a sin, guess what happens? The quality doesn't change. It maybe, who knows? Maybe the other ones like lead to a branching events path, but it didn't really seem like that to me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need your genetics. So here, I need you to bang my daughter. My other daughter died from heart failure. Well, I'm gonna die soon. Seeing as how I kind of cheated infirmity by going down whole of body, but like the game wants me to die, so now I'm depressed for existing. And you know, I could make you into a witch. I might as well. Yeah, reason witchcraft spread in my family now is because my character had a mental breakdown years ago, and it decided to become a witch, so now it's in the family. Let's see. You're gonna go to jail. I'm gonna start sending like some of you guys to jail. Imprisoning you fools is actually gonna give me like quite a bit of income. Oh, I didn't mean to go down this route. So yeah, give me a little bit of gold from capturing you. What are you, fornicator? Honestly, now it's funnily enough, fornicators have become the bedrock of my new economy in royal court. So the whoring tax, I guess they saw like Kingdom of David and decided to actually implement like the whoring tax as a valuable strategy in here, because now due to the sheer amount of cost that my court is incurring, the whoring tax is profitable, like even more essential than ever. So thanks for taking the whoring tax into consideration, Paradox. But I'm gonna wrap this one up right here, because this was just another brief look at my royal court shenanigans. I won't be able to hold another royal court for like about 3 more years, and honestly, I think the most Hungary is burning. Oh, that's good. As long as it makes the King of Hungary weaker. Honestly, I could impose my will on the King of Hungary. Honestly, would like that. You guys, oh, my dynasty will be on the. Oh, never mind. Yes, good show, lad. Yes, take over the Kingdom of Hungary. You have my full support, especially since my dynasty will be on that throne. I have no issues with that whatsoever. And the Pope excommunicated lady. Okay, I guess the Pope doesn't like you. So, you're not paying the horn tax, but you're paying the Pope doesn't like you tax. So, that's my like quick other thoughts of this expansion and Centaur's horn. So here's another thing. Randomly, people will like in your dynasty will demand like artifacts like this one. He wants this thing, the Centaur horn, where I don't even remember where I got this from. I think I inherited this from somebody else. It only gives plus 15% like fertility. Again, if I don't give it to him, he lose like I lose 60 opinion of him and grows close to the forming a rivalry. And he gets 30 opinion of me. If I decline, we both lose 60 opinion from each other. So I could just say F you and not give it to him. But again, since I already got a lot of crap, you could take it. Like, I don't really need it. Yeah, like there needs to be like a little minor like rebalancing of some of the effects of like some of the new events and like decisions here. It needs a little bit of rebalancing. But I hope you guys overall enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more like Crusader Kings. Again, I'm gonna start a new playthrough in this fairly shortly. I'm just, like I said, most of the mods I've subscribed to have updated already, but again, I kind of just want some of them to come back. Though, unfortunately, one of my more favorite mods, Better Battles and Better Duels, don't work at the moment because of the whole rework of those systems. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Though, also, I want to point out that I should have said that while the thing was up. The Pope now gives a lot more gold. Like, he's giving me like 1,400 gold, whereas at most, I think it used to be like 750. And so now the Pope basically gives me half his gold. Again, he's also keeping my economy afloat. And, oh, look, he doesn't really like me as much. If I send him 150 back, he gets plus 10 opinion of me. Or I could pay him the 1,400 back, and I gain 15 opinion. You see, that's... Again, balance pass. Why are you pregnant? Oh, well, that's why. Oh, can I get my money back from you, though? I remember paying you gold to come to my court. Can I get my money back? Come here. Yeah, ma'am, like, even though you worked in my court, you did not know about the horn tax, did you? I could banish you. Well, I'm bye. Taking my 50 gold back. So I hope to see you guys again soon. This is SoloSupreme, and have a great day, folks. God.
Now this one is pure niceness.